This is my Module 5 practice paper circuits lesson by NShoemaker for ACTE 655 Integrated STEM. So for the steps of the engineering design process, I started with my ask, and I would ask students if they could use their knowledge of circuits and switches to create a question and answer type activity for students that would somehow let students know when they had chosen the correct answer to a question. To get started, I did some practice with the kit that came with the paper circuits lights, worked on just basic circuits, parallel circuits, and took a look at some of the switches because I thought I'd want to use a switch. For Imagine, I did some sketching of my ideas. I wanted a question and answer format and maybe a light up for a correct answer, or maybe two different colors lighting up, one for correct, one for incorrect. I took a look at the and/or switch logic, but seemed kind of complicated and I couldn't figure out how I could get two different colors using the switches. I also had to think about how I could hide the circuit itself because the wiring would give away which was the correct answer. If there was no wiring for one answer and a full circuit for the other, I think it would be pretty telling. So for my plan, I went to 2 layers of index cards, a top layer with the question and holes in it, the bottom layer with the circuits on it. I decided to use a penny as a switch. When I was doing some research online, I found a video where someone else used a penny as a switch and it seemed to work really well, made a great connection. I wanted to make sure to disguise my incorrect answer by having like a full circuit so that kids couldn't just guess the answer to a question based on what they could observe about the activity. So I got started building. You can see I cut holes in the top index card. My daughter's studying Pennsylvania government, so that's where it was the capital of Pennsylvania. Built my circuit, and for my incorrect answer, I put just enough copper tape to make it look like there was a circuit. And then I stacked the cards, clipped the battery in place. And when I tested it out, this is what it looks like. You can see I can lay the penny in is the capital of Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C., and there's no light. I can lay the penny in is the capital of Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, and you get a light. Now the light is under the bottom card, but it's visible through the top card, so you still get a light up for a correct answer. For my improve, I decided to try the whole 2 different colors, for one color for correct and one color for incorrect. So I needed 2 circuits, 2 batteries, 2 different lights, but otherwise the setup was the same, top card with the 2 answers and the holes cut in it. When I built that and tested it, it looked like this. What year was the Capitol building built? 1776, not correct, red. 1793, correct, blue. We didn't have green, so I would have gone with green if we had it. For the STEM lesson specifications, I really felt like this lesson hit all of the components pretty well. At first I had that students might not relate to the problem. I had that as a 1, but thinking about it, our students have always been exposed to educational technology, probably ever since they were preschoolers. They've been using apps and activities that somehow use technology to tell them right and wrong answers. So I do think they would relate. And I think if you could make this activity authentic, where they were making these activities for another grade or another class and made it really purposeful, I do think they would relate. So that is my STEM challenge for the paper circuits. I hope you enjoyed.